All right, welcome. This is essentially a start of a journey. We are going to be building an app on Expo SDK 54 and releasing it, marketing it, and making it available for hopefully thousands of people. So, what app is this? You shall ask me. So, this is essentially a car companion app that lets you record trips and lets you get all types of information. I kind of have a base, as you can see. This is a big base with a lot of functionalities, but not as quite as good as I would want it to be. We are going to remake it and with Expo SDK 54, iOS first. Expo SDK 54 does have some pretty cool iOS features that we can use. As you can see, for example, we have a ton of new APIs. So let's begin. Let's start by creating a new Expo project. So we'll go to create a project, Expo latest. Let me just go into my project folders, project folder, exactly. SpeedLou is the name of the app that I'm giving it for now. All right, so we have everything installed. Let's get into it and let's open it. So let's take a look at this new project structure they are using. They are using Expo splash screen out of the box. We are on Expo SDK 54. Expo vector icons, React navigation bottom tabs, React navigation elements, React navigation native. Okay, so essentially this is our project setup. We have our basic packages for working, our package log.json, ESLint app. So this is the important part. First thing, I want to use the new native tabs that they have. Let's go ahead and try to install that. Okay, so as you can see, this is a submodule of Expo router. So I should be good by just having Expo router. Let's see. Let's try it out. All right, there it is. It is a blank screen. That's not what we are looking for. We are not referencing the right screens. Home Explorer. Explore. Okay, there it is. We got one. Very nice. How about home? No. How about index? Yes, perfect. Okay, we got it. We got our native tab working. Now, my app is going to consist of a map when you enter in the app. So we need our map, so we can create our map file. Sorry, map.tsx. I'm going to subdivide everything into another folder called screens, so I can get more organization over all of my logics. And I will call the map folder, and I'm going to have the screen.tsx here. So this is essentially an easier way for me to organize everything. So I can do it, for example, like this. This is a map, and then we have the map screen here. This is good for when I want to wrap everything around a context, for example. So there it is. We got our map screen. This is a very cool transition, this fade in, fade out. It's good that we will have this out of the box. So essentially, I used React Native Mapbox for my maps, planning on using it also here. It's actually amazing for maps. Very good to customize also. I had a specific styling for my map and it looked really great. I have no idea if they upgraded this to new architecture, but I want to try it out. I think it's really worth it to work with it. So let's start by installing it for Expo. We can run the command to install. Let's create a new npx expo install React Native Mapbox maps. Let's also go ahead and install Expo location, which should be pretty useful also for location based. We have to rebuild our app, but before that, we do have to configure Mapbox with our token. The token, it's extremely important that we add that in so it works. I do have the token on my project. I will not show it. It's time to render a small map view just to see how it goes. There it is, map view. As you can see, there was already some pretty cool stuff here being done. Map view, very nice. It was style sheet absolute feel. Import map view. Mapbox maps. No ref for now. Style URL, I can get that from the old project. There it is, Mapbox style URL. Let's remove this event for now. Style sheet absolute field, we can add that in, that's okay. Perfect, okay, nothing else is needed. There it is, so we do not have our native library linked, so let's take care of that. We need to delete our iOS folder and run it again. Welcome back. We got some news. We got it loading. The only thing that is not loading is the styles. Seems like the URL is a little bit outdated, the styles URL. And okay, HTTP error, loading the styles URL. This is interesting. I don't know what this is. We have to do something about this. I think that normally when you use Mapbox, you need to set the access token. Exactly, set access token. So we normally do that here. Access token, mapbox access token, exactly. And this should help us a little bit. Okay, there it is. We got some stuff happening here, as you can see. We got a full map. Now, when it comes to the style URL, I shall check Mapbox, just the style URL. What? Yes, there it is. Look at that. It looks really, really great. Now, when it comes to location, we have to be able to set the location as soon as we start the app. Every time we render this component, Expo location needs to ask for the location and render a marker where we are. But there's something else that we can use for that, which is the user marker, I think, user location, exactly. Okay, as you can see, it asks for your location right away. Here you can animate it, of course. Always interested in having animations. Visible also. Let's put it visible and animated. So we need to have the camera. And the camera has the follow user location prop that allows us to go into our location. So now that we have this done, my idea would be to essentially create a whole wrapper of actions associated to this map. So this map is the main map of the whole app. This map is everything that we use on the whole app. We have to create a context where we essentially put all of our refs, important refs like camera ref, map view ref, so the refs that control this map throughout the whole application. So let's create a context folder. And inside of the context folder, we can call this the map context. TSX. Okay, we already have it a little bit organized. We can create an interface for this. Okay. Normally I do also always a use map. Use map. Just making it easier to access, you know. And we can export that. So we got some stuff done. Now, this is going to the top level of the app. So here. So we can control it across the whole app. Very important that we do that. It's good right here. There it is. So map context provider. And now here we can just do use map. Use map. And here we get the map ref and the camera ref. We can already assign map ref, map ref, and camera ref. Okay, accessible throughout the whole app. Very nice. I'm expecting this map to be always mounted most of the time, so that should be great. Now I will move on to putting all of my colors into this project. That's what I will do next. So when it comes to themes, let me see the themes that I was using on the other app. So this was the primary color and the background color was black. All right, so we are back and we essentially took care of the team. We created the team provider and we are keeping it very simple. So essentially, as you can see, we have a team context with our team. Set team is dark and colors. Every time we set the team, we set the state as the set item sync from Expo Key storage. Expo Key value storage, very cool package. It's from Expo SQLite, but allows you to set items synchronously and get items synchronously, which helps a lot when you are doing these kinds of things. So, for example, here we set the light team, we close the app, and we come back. And as you can see, if we go back here, it's light. If we set dark, we close and we go back, it's dark. There it is. So very easy team to implement and very straightforward. I also added this little screen just to test it out. This has been it for today. Pretty straightforward implementation, not a lot of stuff that we did. We went over implementation of native tabs, implementation of React Mapbox and RN Mapbox. We also implemented the team. We are on a good path to go forward, and our objective next is starting implementing the whole map and more screens to reach the point of the app previously. So I will see you tomorrow for another video. Thank you very much for watching and see you.